Welcome to solverfy.
So in this question, there are two parts, right? In part A, we need to find out the formula or derive the formula for minimum kinetic energy, right? So we need to find out this formula for the minimum kinetic energy? Because it is required by a particle of mass m, right? Um, to emit certain of radiation of um, in a medium of refractive um, index of refraction n. Fine. So let's start off with the solution. Fine. So as we know that the refractive index is basically equal to n, right? That is equal to fraction c divided by v. And when we will solve it for v, we'll get that v is equal to c divided by n. Right now, we know that the basic kinetic energy equation is equal to gamma negative 1 times mc square, right? And when we'll plug in the value for gamma, we would get 1 divided by under root 1 minus v square divided by c square, right? So negative 1 in close parenthesis times mc square, right? Now over here we have just discussed the value of v in this form, right? So it means that we can um, use it over here. Fine. So when we'll plug it over here, we would get 1 divided by under root 1 minus c divided by n whole square divided by c square, right? Negative 1 mc square. Fine. So as you can see that this c square will be cancelled out with this c square. So we would be left with kinetic energy is equal to 1 divided by under root 1 minus 1 divided by n square negative 1 written in close parentheses mc square, right? So this is the formula of minimum kinetic energy that is required by a particle of mass m, um, right? Particle of mass m to emit Cherenkov radiation in a medium whose refractive index is equal to n, right? So this is the solution for part A. Fine. So the next part is part B. In this part, we are required to use this formula to find. We are required to use this formula to find minimum kinetic energy for an electron in a medium n is equal to 1.5, right? So it means that we would be using this value of n in here over here, right? So let us start with the solution of this question. So as the kinetic energy is equal to 1 divided by under root 1 minus 1 n square times mc square, right? So over here we have the value of c, right? That is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, right? Sorry for that. So the value of m, that right, it is 9.1 into 10 raised to power negative 31, right? So the value of n, that is given 1.5. Just plug them in over here in this equation and calculate it. So you would get that ke, minimum ke is equal to 0.174 into 10 raised to power 6 electron volt, right? So when we, as you can see over here, this term can be written as Ke is equal to 0.174 mega electron volt, right? So from this result, we conclude that the speed depend upon the medium, and if n would be greater, ke would be less, right? So this is your solution for part B.